Hey, it's Friday and I am fired up. We got mindset training, have the right mindset. In 3 hours from now, whatever time zone you on, mark it 3 hours from now. Just email me, david@dmeltzer.com if you're not registered. Over 43,000 people, I think, are registered now for trainings, let alone you can watch them all. Tim's story? Really? Are you kidding me? My hero's here. Good morning. If you are not following Tim's Story official, you are missing out. He is a mentor of mine, a hero of mine, incredible energy and knowledge and wisdom, all wrapped up into a gorgeous man. Thank you so much for joining me, Tim Story. Read his new book as well, of course. Like I was saying, come join me. The playbook has all the downloaded trainings. It's featured on Spotify, Google, Entrepreneur, Apple, everywhere. I'm dropping my notes, but we're all good there. Don't worry. We're fired up today. Welcome. Let's get the questions rolling. 3 hours from now, come join me. Mindset training. Here we go. Quick question. Tim's Story is a legend. That says it all. What's the best lesson you've learned from your mom and dad? Well, they're very different lessons. I learned what to do from my mom and what not to do from my dad. No, my mom has taught me so many lessons. I can't even explain all of them. So let me pick one of my favorite ones. If you're not going to invest in yourself, what are you going to invest in? It's a lesson I learned from my mom. And my dad taught me that you don't want to be the richest man in the cemetery. That you leave this earth with a jacket with no pockets. You can't take anything with you when you're gone. So those are the two lessons, many, that I learned from them, and appreciate both of them. How do you stay energized during a hectic schedule? Well, first of all, you don't have to stay energized. You are connected to the greatest source of light, love, and energy that exists. You got to figure out, if you don't have energy, what's interfering with it. That's the cool key shift in the perspective that you have. What am I doing to interfere with my energy, with my health, my wealth, and my happiness? What am I doing? And we are already connected to and through it. So shift your paradigm and you will be inspired in spirit just almost all the day. And so, my friend Shenner will be with you in 3 minutes, my boy. Thank you so much. Let me see here. What makes someone a good interviewer? Well, curiosity. I think curiosity, and then also not being lazy and saying, tell me about this. Well, the obvious. How did it feel, to score that last touchdown and to win the game? No, be more curious, be more interested than interesting. Ask somebody, what are they doing? What do they like about it? Didn't like about it? Ask them the intricate things that you want to know or your audience may want to know. Be curious. And that's in life too. Curious is a request for what you want. Curiosity is a request for what you want. Okay? Very good. Mr. Busby, I got a question. Okay. What is it? That was your question? Very good. Your favorite way to find clients? Asking if you know anybody that can help me in person, on the phone, via email and media, radio, print, TV, social media. If you ask somebody, do you know anyone that can help me? It's the easiest way to find clients. On average, most people are connected to at least 1,000 people. We're just not asking. We're not assuming that people are sponsors and power sponsors. When we find a gatekeeper, run away. Right? It takes 1,000 times the effort to convince a gatekeeper to help you than it is to find a sponsor or a power sponsor to help you find somebody that can help you. Do you know anyone that can help you? Yes, I do. Or I can help you. And I know someone that can help you. Let's increase the exponentiality of help. How do you feel about Barney the dinosaur? Everybody likes that. Subjective value. That's what I would name Barney. He's the king of subjective value. I love you. You love me. Nobody makes any money. So be quantitative. Don't be a purple dinosaur. Don't be a Barney. I got a question, but I appreciate your positive energy that you put into the... Whoops. Sorry, let me see. You had a question. I saw that, Jonathan. I got a question. How do you do an interview if I get nervous? Practice. Right? I talk about speaking at the Sydney Theater in front of thousands and thousands of people, and my children are like, how do you do that? Why aren't you nervous? I said, come on stage with me and clap once and then leave. And they're like, what? I said, just come on stage and clap just once and leave. Would you be nervous? No. Well, until I get to the level in an interview and the capabilities that I have to speak, to interview, to coach, to the level of clapping, I'm not ready to move. I'm not ready to move. I got to be practiced, well rehearsed, prepared in order to effectuate what I'm doing. And that relieves all the nerves. If we can do it subconsciously or unconsciously, there are no nerves in the subconscious and unconscious. It's just the conscious interfering with what I know my potential is. So practice to reach that potential. All right. I have my friend from the A7FL. Here we go, Shanier, the American football. Uh, been working and going at it for a long time. American 7 Football League is the semi-professional traveling league. And there he is. How are you?
How are you, David? Good to see you. Good to be with you again.
Great to be with you. And I would just more importantly want to have you on here to see what progress that we're making on this semi-pro league and give us a little update.
Well, first off, I'm wearing one of our jerseys here, the Tampa Bay Nightcrawlers for everybody.
Politically correct. Nobody can talk about the Nightcrawlers.
One of our best-selling merch right now. But we're expanding. That's what we're all about in the A7FL. So we're bringing our game to new divisions in cities across the country, and that's our goal. This season, we're in 4 divisions, 2 new ones, California and Florida. So it's huge for us, a big milestone.
A huge milestone, especially considering it was during the pandemic that you were able to expand and grow. What is the need for a semi-pro league? So many people have tried for years and years and years to create one. Obviously, the NFL is very protective about any type of league. They want to own it. They want to use the shield and the brand and the licenses they have and the community that they have to not dissipate or dissolve their own interest. But what for you has allowed you to continue to grow to 20 teams and to have the success that you're having?
It's because the product, it speaks for itself. No pads, no helmets. We're tackle football still. We're unique. That's our key. We're a unique game. We have the most unbelievable special teams. It's 3-on-1. So it's not only a little bit safer at the same time, it's the most exciting play in football, we think, when you have one guy receiving the ball and hopefully he's going to break it for a touchdown or maybe get pile drived.
With no pads and no helmets, a lot of people that know football and have lived in it like I have understand that it's actually safer. And we know that rugby, for example, has a lot more safety because we actually can't just use ourselves as human projectiles because of our own egos. We're going to protect ourselves. We're not going to do stuff. Of course, just like soccer or swimming or anything else, you could twist an ankle and hurt yourself in that respect. But as far as the crucial injuries, head, neck, and back, there's less injuries of those types by not wearing helmets or pads.
That's exactly right. You took the words right out of my mouth. So you take off the helmet and the player's instinct takes over. Similar to rugby, you have practically zero repetitive head-to-head contact like you have in traditional football with a helmet on. Every play you're hitting helmet to helmet. I played Pop Warner, so I know about being a missile with the pads on, and you are invincible.
Yeah, well, I played both Pop Warner high school and college in the 80s, and it was a whole different ball game. And my business partner, who played till he was 44 years old in the NFL, Warren Moon,
Yep.
and both of us obviously understand the idea of the A7FL and why it's so popular. What are some of the other nuances of the game that are more exciting within the context of football?
So first off, we're 7-on-7, so less guys on the field. It adds a level of safety as well. We shrink the width of the field. So because 7 versus 11 on each side, we're shrinking the width to adjust accordingly. We don't kick in our game. We throw off. We throw the ball. Our quarterback does a self-snap. He starts with the ball. We eliminate one exchange in the process, so we're faster paced, more action-packed, and these are your hometown heroes. These athletes are amazing. They're the guys who all across the country have had a dream to play on the big stage, and haven't made it there. And we're that stage, and we're going to be that stage. We're the first to really give these guys a platform to be on Sports Center and some of these other awesome social sites that are now catching on to us and sharing us. So we really appreciate them.
And you guys have been utilizing a very popular platform of Twitch in order to expand, grow, and accelerate. You've been at it 7 years. Obviously, I've been involved in consulting and advising and watching the progress and the growth, and so excited about where you're at now. It's incredible. What are some of the financial aspects? Because as you know, billions of dollars have been spent trying to do subordinate leagues, secondary leagues, minor leagues, semi-professional leagues, and none of them, including with the McMahons, with the XFL, have succeeded. Why have you guys been able to survive 7 years, grow to 20 teams? What are the financial aspects of what you're doing?
That's the beauty of it. So our league, our athletes pay to play, similar to many semi-pro leagues across the country. So that's the key difference right there. At the same time, we're able to be on TV. We're able to be on Twitch. We're able to be on Facebook Watch. Now we have a partnership with Fight, which is doing amazing work. And we're establishing more partnerships. We're with Joe Hand, and we're getting into bars across the country as well. So the more people are going to see us, the more we're going to expand, the more investment that comes into the league through our Start Engine investment campaign, regulation, crowdfunding. So it's a game changer for small businesses and startups.
And is there a franchise model, or everybody's investing in Start Engine in the league itself?
And you're right. So there's also division ownership. Similar to a franchise model, licensing the rights to own a division of 8 teams as we establish those divisions across the country: LA, Las Vegas, Houston, and many other areas to come.
And are you ready for me to be the commissioner of the league, man? I'm ready to switch over from cricket.
You can own a division, and we want you to, for sure. You, Snoop Dogg, Deion Sanders, why not your partner Warren Moon? We're all in. Yep.
Right on, man. Well,
the rap stars, the NFL vets, they see the value in the league. We're having those discussions right now, as well as the people who have invested in us that aspire to be the next Jerry Jones. And they're out there too, and I love talking with them. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, I'm very interested in owning a division, especially on the West Coast if possible. And then, next to my esport investment, it'll probably be the best investment I ever made. I love the concept. I've watched it, as you know, been working with you guys since the inception of understanding and sticking to it. You're living proof of enjoying the consistent, persistent pursuit of the potential. What does it cost to play? So I graduate Ohio State. I'm not good enough to make the league, but I want to play, right? Because most football players live 2 deaths.
Yep.
Because they can't play after they're done. And yet here you give a second life. So how much does it cost for me to play? I'm a cornerback from Ohio State, can't make it, but I want to play. How much does it cost me?
It's ridiculously cheap. $100, including your uniform for the season. You get your uniform.
Cheaper than Little League, buddy. It's cheaper than Little League.
We are expanding the business. It's a little bit of a loss leader for us. There's other revenue streams, licensing our media rights and sponsorships and other monetization. But the point is, the proof is in the pudding. 500 athletes in 4 divisions across the country, 20 teams, and we're playing 10 games a week right now. It's awesome.
25 guys on each team. And how do they evaluate the talent?
Yeah, about 30 guys on each team. We have a combine prior to the start of the season. So we're bringing in free agents. We're evaluating talent. In our new divisions, it's all free agents, and we're basically based on their neighborhoods, based on their city where they're from, they're forming together and joining to one of our teams. And we have 8 teams in each division. Up to 250 guys right now are playing in the division. And that's where this makes sense financially for our division owners as we move forward too.
And are you able to disclose how much it is to purchase a division? How much do I need to come up with my group?
I will disclose that because this is the perfect place to. We are about to launch that process. Right now, the price is 50K. Okay, that's the number that
All right.
we're going to go out with, subject
All
to
right.
change.
I get California first. I get first right of refusal, man. I've been here since the beginning watching you guys. So I'll bring in the celebrities with me. Just we got Meta World Peace, Marcus Colston, the weekend. We all own an esport team together.
Oh,
We'll get Snoop and Warren, and I got a few other guys. I think Marshall Falk wants to come in with me. So
awesome.
all right.
We'll
So make
talk
sure you
offline.
reach
I
out to
can't
me.
wait for it. You got it.
That's it. The Meltzer division, the West division. Here we go.
We're
I
gonna
love
plan
it.
those teams. We're gonna have some awesome times, and it's a family friendly entertainment. This is for anybody can play, but anybody can come out and watch. It's not expensive. Our tickets $5, $10 depending on the venue. It is just a great time for the community, and that's what we're building here. It's a lot of fun. It is a business too. We have to make money in this, and we are. But it's just a great thing that we're doing, and the players love it. It really helps the players when you have a platform like this, and they could get over their depressions, get out their aggressions. There's a lot of benefits to our league.
Well, I'll be returning kicks for the San Diego Sunshine, so that'll be perfect.
Trademark it.
You got it, my friend. Shanir, thank you so much. Where can people find you? I'm a huge fan, and I'm going to be an owner. I promise you. Make sure you reach out to me, okay?
Definitely. A7FL.com. Check out our website. You can see our merch. You can get to our investment, and you can get to watch us live on Fight this weekend and get your season pass. And if you can, get the tickets and show up to the game. You'll have a great time.
You got it. Anybody wants to invest with me, come on in. We're going to own the division in the West Coast. And if you want to see me return kicks, go ahead and DM me. I can still do it, man. I got lightning speed for about 40 yards.
We could participate in the combines at least and run the 40. I did do that. Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll be the Rich Eisen of the group. It'll be perfect. Thanks so much. Take care.
Thank you, David. Take care. Bye-bye.
Awesome. I'm going to be an owner of a division. That's amazing. That's right. The A7FL at A7FL. Come join me. You want to invest with me? We'll put up the 50 grand. We'll own the division on the West Coast. All right, Thomas, give me a call. Tomas, my friend, go ahead, reach out. We'll get Marshall Falk in there with me. Some of my other friends. We'll get Snoop, get my legends on board. It'll be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll get my network advisory, get Justin G on there with me as well. Jake is in to invest. Jakey Bakey, he owns a division with Dave Meltzer. Here we go. Everybody's piling in. What about you, Justin P? Justin P would be a good owner. All right, keep it rolling. Gotta love Fridays. Training's going to happen here at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Mindset training today. Have the right mindset. I'm going to give tips all day long on having that. Let's see here. What makes someone a good mentee? There's three types of listeners. What I find, what makes a bad mentee is an interrupter. I have some people that want to be mentored, but all they do is interrupt. Then the majority of the problems exist within what I call the waiters. A mentee that is just waiting to tell you what they think. They're not listening to you. They're not processing it. Then you have the learners. Just like a great leader is an intelligent follower, a great mentee is an intelligent learner, meaning that they are processing and more interested than interesting. They're not interrupting you. They're not waiting to tell you what they want to say without listening, but they are listening and learning and processing what you say and executing on the best that they can, the pursuit of their potential. A mentee is open-minded learner who processes the information and gives you feedback and is engaged, asking for help. Humble is another quality as well. All right, good questions here. Let's keep them rolling. Keep it going on. Here we go. How do you deal with intrusive thoughts? I use a process called cancel, clear, connect. So if I have an intrusive thought, I cancel it. If it keeps reoccurring, I clear my mind. I go to center. I meditate in order to clear it from my subconscious. And if it still persists, I connect to and shift my energy through a practice that I call connect. If you want a guide on this or my book on this, all you need to do is email me, David@dmeltzer.com. David@dmeltzer.com, or you could text me 949-298-2905 to join the community. If you want to learn how to cancel, clear, connect for free, I'll sign my book, send it to you, ship to you, ebook, audiobook, doesn't matter. David@dmeltzer.com. Let me know what you want. David@dmeltzer, or if you just want the exercise on cancel, clear, connect, go ahead, David@dmeltzer.com. It's posted and pinned right below. Thank you. But one of the best activities that I do to make sure I'm inputting the right data into my system in the conscious continuum to effectuate what I want. What books should all entrepreneurs read? Think and Grow Rich, Power of Intention, Course in Miracles, Atomic Habits, just to name a few. I would start with Think and Grow Rich. There's a book called Think and Grow Rich, The Legacy, which I'm in with more modern day thought leaders and entrepreneurs. So you can check out Think and Grow Rich, The Legacy as well. Wayne Dyer's Power of Intention, Atomic Habits by James Clear, Don't Take Yes for an Answer by Hertz. All of these Game Time Decision. I'm not going to promote my own books, but if you want, email me, david@dmeltzer.com. All right, we're going to have training, mindset training today. Don't forget to join me, david@dmeltzer.com. How do you grow your following? Well, I believe to grow your following, you need to focus in on getting 2 ambassadors as fast as you can, and then continually get better at getting 2 ambassadors. In what happens is if you get 2 ambassadors, what I look for is 2 people that will tell everyone to come on my lives, to hire me to speak, to buy my books or get my books for free, read my books, my podcast, The Playbook, download it. Everything that I do, 2 ambassadors that drive 2 people a year to do the same, to drive 2 people. And it doesn't have to be a year. It's as fast as I can. But if you can keep getting 2 people and focusing in on getting 2 people that are ambassadors, not followers, not likers, not dislikers, actual ambassadors that empower others to do that. 2 turns to 4, 4, 8. And in 20 segments, you'll have 2 million people getting you 2 million people. The problem is most people won't wait. Most people don't have the patience for that. In fact, I have a program. It's $10,000 a year for 2 ambassadors. And most people won't do it because after 5 years, they're sitting there, $50,000 investment with 64 ambassadors. But if they stick to it, they'll have $200,000 invested to build a brand of 2 million people with getting 2 million people, 4 million people, then 8 million, then 16 million. It may seem, like a lot, but it's not. It's just negative behavior works in the favor of not making it to what you want. If your positive behavior takes too long, most people quit and they don't see the value in making the investment financially or in themselves. But I promise you it'd be the best $200,000 that you could ever invest over that period to get 2 million people, to get you 2 million people. And it's just 2 people at a time. And I teach you how to get those 2 people and make sure and guarantee you have 2 ambassadors every single year to build your dreams. It could have happened faster than 20 years, but it's probably the best investment you can make in building your brand and building your audience and building your community and finding your frequency and strengthening your signal and finding your spectrum and clarifying your message through all of the different things that I do. So go ahead if you're interested, reach out. Guaranteed value, obviously. 2 million people getting me 2 million people. All right, let's get my boy Philip Stutz in here. This guy's a legend. CEO of Win Big Media, and he has a new book, The Undefeated Marketing System. Good to see you, my friend.
My brother, how you doing?
I will tell you, you're one of those people that I miss because I don't get to New York, obviously, as often, and I see your face, and it feels like, yeah, we were just together recently. So
I know.
Tell me about...
Well, last time we were talking about the election in September.
Yeah, what'd you learn marketing-wise from the election?
Well, I just released my brand new book this week, which you were gracious enough to blurb, and I just want to say thank you, Dave Meltzer. Heart of gold, everybody. What you see is what you get. Behind the scenes, in front of the camera, doesn't matter. Love this man and love what you put out in the world. So thank you, brother. I mean that a lot. By the way, I do have to self-promote for one sec. The book just hit number 63 on all Amazon books out of 6 million titles. And
that's no BS, by the way. That's not like I'm number 1 in my category of hieroglyphic learning. The Undefeated Marketing System is a real deal. It's a real book that will change your life and quantifiably build your community and raise your brand.
And no bulk orders from anybody. Like, it was legitimately organic. And I'm also letting everybody know on here, since you love Dave like I love Dave, then this book is we've just delisted or lowered the price to 99 cents for the next hour. So if you want to buy the book, 25 years of my experience and 3 years of writing this book, it's for 99 cents on Kindle. Okay, so
Can't
what
beat
did I
it.
learn? I wrote a book. It's called The Undefeated Marketing System: How to Grow Your Business and Build Your Audience Using the Secret Formula That Elects Presidents. And what we learned from that is that every presidential campaign, from 2004, George W. Bush, to Barack Obama, to Donald Trump, to Joe Biden, has followed a 5-step systematic marketing approach to win their elections. And Joe Biden did it this past cycle. Trump did it before him, Obama and Bush. And I was part of that first George W. Bush campaign where we instituted this process in place. And all these other campaigns since then have just refined it and made it, exploded it. But really what I wanted to do was bring these ideas, these issues to the business world and introduce them to the corporate marketing community. Because here's the thing that we know, Dave, and you're really good at marketing, and I know you know this inherently. The marketing game is rigged for almost everybody out there right now. And the reason I say that, it's not that they are playing an unfair game, because they're not, the rules change 24/7 and they don't always understand how to do it. And when I just joined this Instagram Live, you were talking about, hey, grow your followers 2 at a time. By the way, that's the right way and how you build a brand or how you build a company. You get 2 more customers, and it's a compounding interest. And so I created, I identified the system that we've utilized in politics. We've now utilized it with businesses from Fortune 200 companies to startups. And every single one of them has grown their bottom line. And really what I wanted to do was put out and teach this system to let the small business owners, let these entrepreneurs out there know the game is rigged against you, and this is an approach to unrig the game. And the last thing I'll say, and then I'll turn it back over to you. We are in Forbes has a stat out right now that says we are seeing up to 10,000 ads online and offline per day, each individual. 10,000 ads online and offline a day. In a land of 10,000 ads, you're not competing with, if you're selling shoes, you're not competing with a shoe company. You're competing with a water bottle company, Yeti, a clothing company. You're competing against a vacuum cleaner company. You're competing against everybody. And another one is this: 88% of all consumers in the American marketplace right now, if they have one bad experience on your website, they'll never come back. Never. And so my point is that there are so many factors that you have to get right. Sorry, let me turn this thing on. That you have to get right. And I try to lay out in this book how you can unrig the game to work in your favor.
And part of unrigging that game is understanding attention and
Yeah.
focus, and how short that time span is and how it's grown. Since your George W. Bush days, the attention span is diminished exponentially, as well as the opportunity. But if you think about, the average, I think, is 8 seconds or so, you're really looking at 7 different pieces of content, 7 different data points that a human being is gathering every minute. Every minute, 7.
I know.
So every hour, right, it's 420 data points per hour times 16 or 18 hours a day. And how do you get someone to resonate or even remember or recollect or remind all the great rewords that I look up all the time, and try to have people who market to pay attention to the ability to remind, remember, recollect, acknowledge. All these words are so important. How does that transference occur? Because one of the hacks or situational knowledge that I've noticed you've had, it takes a great feat to motivate someone to go vote, even if they are compassionate or passionate about it. But how do we take someone from an 8 seconds to compel them or motivate them or stimulate their interest enough to take action?
Yeah, such a good question. Your first conversion is only getting them to, and I walk through this in the book. It's in one of my later chapters. I walk through how do you take that from the recognition of your ad to the conversion. And here's the thing. The one thing that we are seeing in the consumer markets right now that nobody else knows is that I've never seen this amount of distrust in the consumer markets. I've never seen anything like it. And when you add in all the pandemic, from the deniers to the people that say we're all going to die, everybody's fighting each other. And then when you add
I got to tell everyone out there, I hate to interrupt you, Philip.
yeah,
I will agree. Everybody's going to die sometime.
that's a fair statement. You only speak in facts, Dave, and that's
Exactly.
a fact. So, but you have people that are like crazy Trump and then crazy left, and then you have people canceling on both sides of the aisle. There's more distrust, even in the influencer world and in the consumer markets right now, I've ever seen. You should not. I mean, first of all, you should model what Dave does, which is give first in everything you do. Give first. Because if you give first, it's going to bring people to recognize what you're putting out there and say, I'm willing to learn a little bit more about you. Like, I always tell this, like when we sell, I work for this t-shirt company right here. That's one of our marketing clients. And I said, no one is going to see your ad and buy that ad, right? Buy that t-shirt right there. It just doesn't work like that anymore. You have to build a relationship with that customer. And it's the same thing on the influencer world. All right, this is the craziest stat ever. I have to read this because it just came out last week. According to Media Kicks, only 3,000 YouTube influencers have over 1 million followers, while up to 5 million influencers have around 1,000 subscribers. So if you think about the game is being rigged, the reason is because the 5 million have said that they're just going for broke and trying to get everything without building a long-term plan. And the second is the majority of them are not building relationships. They're not engaging their audience. They're not giving back to them in as much as humanly possible. That's the key to everything. When we worked for this t-shirt company, it took us 9 ads in front of one female to get them to buy the t-shirt. They needed to see the ad 9 times before they trusted it. Men were like 3 times, right? And I know this is going to be shocking that women are more thoughtful than men. I know, it's totally shocking. But men were compulsive but women needed a third-party validation. They needed a 5-star review. They needed to read a video. They needed or see a video that said this is the greatest t-shirt they've ever worn. They needed to review, and they needed to make sure they trusted it before they bought it. That is a metaphor, everybody, for what's going on out there and what you've got to pay attention to.
Last thing I want to talk about real quick. First of all, so many people have asked, so I'm going to do this. The name of the book is The Undefeated Marketing System. We got a special. Philip's doing 99 cents for the Kindle
on
right
Amazon.
now. Yep. It's on Amazon, so check that out. The name of the book is The Undefeated Marketing System. I have learned so much from my friend Philip over the years. He is someone that gives first, and I can't wait for you to see how your life will change by reading this book. So trust me. Here's the quick question. We talk about trust, but the interesting thing is, of those influencers that have over 1 million, a large majority of them are not telling the truth. and I always say 87% of the universe is at a lower vibration. They'll actually go as far as killing someone because of a cause that they're told to kill someone for, just because they're told. We saw during especially the last election with the media side of things that everyone has their own truth.
Yes.
And so I might say that the majority of these influencers are not telling the truth. Once again, that's just perceiving my own truth. How does the relationship with what is actually true, play into building that community and marketing? Because can you create your own truth of your community, or is there actually a truth anymore?
Well, so the 5-step undefeated marketing system starts on step 1, and this answers your question. The first thing you have to do is look at as much data as humanly possible that you can get your hands on, right? Like, with me, I work, I have a partnership with the largest data collection, analytics, and AI company in America. So we are looking at data constantly for our clients. But if you don't have any kind of money like that, then you got to look at your Facebook analytics, your YouTube analytics, your Google analytics. You got to look at your analytics. But here's the deal. It's not about, oh, that post was popular, I need to get more of those posts. You need to find an alignment between what the people want and what you believe in. Too many times before, you know, the reason you like this YouTube stat that I give out is the people that have the 1 million followers have built this over a long period of time. And in a way, a lot of them did it inauthentically because they delivered on what was getting them results. My formula and the way I talk about this is aligning what you're passionate about, what you're honest about, but also what that viewer or what that follower or what that customer wants to hear from you. It has to meet in the middle, Dave. That's the whole point. If you want to be authentic, you must have empathy and care for your followers or customers, but you also have to be authentic to your brand. And so the way to do that is to bring those two together to create an alignment. And that's where people are having infinite success right now. Because I'm telling you, I'm looking at this data market right now. It's all about trust. And if you're inauthentic, eventually you're going to crash. It just is going to happen. You have to build this the right way. And I hate to tell you this, it takes time and you have to do it properly. And that's the best way, the best advice I can give.
Well, you had me at Hello years ago when I met you, and you built me as an ambassador by utilizing the Undefeated marketing system because I trust you immensely, and your performance is always aligned with what I believe to be true, which is you know your shit. And I think more people should learn from you. Go to Amazon, get the Undefeated marketing system at Philip Stutz. Philip, you know, I can't wait to give you a big hug in person, my friend.
Nah, me too.
Like I said, I miss a lot. I miss the food a lot in New York, but I miss you more, which is saying something, people. So this is the great Philip Stutz. Anywhere else you want people to reach out besides Amazon, besides Instagram, where can they reach you?
You can go to philipstutz.com. I have an email that I send out, no spam, every 2 weeks on marketing ideas, data, how you can improve your brand. You can go sign up there. The last thing is we're raising the price on this book in 1 hour. So if you want it, go buy it. It's going to be at full price in 1 hour. But for you guys, it's 99 cents on Kindle right now. It's on Audible. It's on paperback. It's in hardback. You can find it there at Amazon.
Did you read your own Audible so I can listen to your voice?
No, but I got a guy who has a Southern accent, and he's really good. So
all right. I just like hearing your voice. I'm an Audible guy.
Yeah, it's on Audible. The guy's really good, but my wife was like, man, he kind of sounds a little bit like that Southern twang in you. So I auditioned like 20 people, just so you know.
I'll tell you, I read my last book, and it's a difficult choice, but even more, my first guy, it's what I use to fall asleep. He has such a nice, like, he has like a Nance voice, a golfing voice. You know, next up to the putt is Dave Meltzer's Connected to Goodness. Anyway, thanks so much, Philip. Come back and visit me. Buy some sort of information from Phillips. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, everybody.
You got it, brother. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. All right. What a great warm-up for today. We are on it. I love Fridays. That's all I got to say. Well, I love every day, and I'm not going to do anything that I don't love because I'm going to learn to love to do it before I do it. Do you hear me? Book is called, once again, The Undefeated Marketing System. The Undefeated Marketing System. If you forget, email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Once again, training is going to be in about 2.5 hours at 11 a.m. Pacific. Mindset, the right mindset training. Join me. Download the playbook, and you get all the trainings, even if you miss them. Like it, share it, love it. The playbook has all the millionaires, billionaires, entrepreneurs, celebrities, athletes, and entertainers, and their playbooks to success. It's the modern day Think and Grow Rich, the modern day Napoleon Hill in podcast form. All right, everyone. I got to get prepared, buddy. It's time. Let's do it. Remember, most importantly, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. See you in a couple hours.